Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. So I made a video yesterday, and because I'm an idiot, it was silent and nobody could hear me. So I'll probably re-enable that video. You can't hear anything, but you can still watch the game, which may be better because you don't have to listen to my big mouth while you're watching. But I'll probably go ahead. I paused it so I could do my first video back and talk to you guys. So yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I've worked crazy hours. I was awake 30 straight hours. I just woke up from... I was basically dead for a while. I just come home and died. But yeah, it's been wild. Anyway, so I haven't been really able to make any videos for a couple of weeks. But hopefully soon we're back on schedule here. I know I say that every video, but at some point we'll get back on a more consistent schedule. But I want to show you guys, we're going to do a speedrun game, but I want to show you all a game that I played a couple of days ago and just show you guys, this game is just beautiful. I just want to, maybe I'm just going to brag on myself a minute here. So E4, E5, and I'm going to play the Ruy Lopez if you let me, and that's what we get. All right, so he kicks me, I drop back, this is all standard stuff, and you castle. Right, because he could take the e-pawn. That's a variation, but I'm not losing a pawn. I'm going to get it back. So he plays the bishop out, and now you have to defend this now. And maybe at some point I'll make a video kind of going over the theory a little bit of this. I think I already did that maybe, but maybe we'll make another one. I don't know. But anyway, you got to play the rook over now and defend your pawn. And now you play the pawn down because now... taking this and then taking this pawn as a threat. So this pawn move keeps me from being able to do that. So you come back, he plays that, defending his own pawn. You play c3, making a hole for your bishop. Castles, stop him from pinning. Rook over, I play this, he comes over, and now I'm making an accuracy. Right? So now we're playing chess. Now I don't know the best move, and I play an accuracy. So now we're playing a game of chess. All right? So he pushes, but who cares? Right? If you take... so first of all, if you push, I'll just take it. If you take, I'll just recapture it. So, or I mean, really, honestly, if you took, I could just take like this too. So, I mean, it's, you know, either way this goes, you know, I'm in pretty good shape here. So I play back-to-back inaccurate moves, okay? And I recapture... But this is defended. This is defended more than adequately, right? And he plays this, and this is not good, all right? Because, all right, well, obviously, in the Ruy Lopez, you want to keep D4 and E4 kind of side by side, and be flexible. Don't rush to push either way, because you know, look, these knights would love to hop right in here. And if I were to push, you know, he could take, recapture, and then you get this dominating knight right in the center of the board, right? Or something like that. But when you play this move, now when I push, now you don't have this big, beautiful square to jump into. And this is hit, and you've got to go somewhere. Which, that somewhere is back. All right? So, and I'm going to complete my little knight maneuver. And now look at this position. It's +3. +3. I've not done anything. And you know, I've had 2 inaccuracies. So, I mean, it's not like I've played perfectly. But this is the power of the Ruy Lopez, okay? I've not done anything. But because I've played developing moves, you know, and got lined up. You know, look at these bishops, man. You know, these knights, prime position to attack. Laser beam bishops. I mean, this is beautiful stuff. So, all right, he brings the king over, and I jump the knight in, right? Because the knight hits this, he hits this. So if you push here, I take this. Now you can come back and then push, because then I wouldn't be able to take here. But it's not quite so simple, because you could add more attackers like this, right? Something like that. So you're in a lot of trouble here. It doesn't look like it, but you are. All right, so he slides over. I'm not sure what the point of this is. Maybe he's trying to, you know, get this forward and, you know, add some pressure here maybe. I'm not sure. But I play here. The computer already wants you to sack and rip this thing open. But I play a little more measured. Okay? So now look at the pressure on this guy. 1, 2, 3. 3 attackers. Okay? So the knight comes back, which, again, look, it says this is a good move. Right? You're bringing in some defense here. But you lose 3 points, right, on the evaluation. It's +8. I mean, this position, like if you just pulled this position up, you know, look, the material count's dead even. Nothing is crazy here. There's not, you know, nothing crazy's happened. But just the activity of these pieces, these monster bishops right here, the queen battery, that knight, I mean, it's, you know, my pieces are just in perfect position. So now we sack. Bishop takes. And obviously the idea is now, if you take, you're going to get checkmated. So check, that's forced, and that's mate. So he plays this. Brilliant number 2, because if you take, check, and then the king goes, how does this work? I figured this out last night. Let me see here. Takes, check, and then the king is forced to one of these 2 squares. Check. Yeah, and then you can work them in like that, I think. Yeah, that's how it goes. So, anyway, that was brilliant. Queen comes in. He makes a cubby hole for his king. Check. King steps up. And that's checkmate. That is the prettiest checkmate. And that's what I'm saying with the Ruy Lopez. You know, and in general, just like these gambits and stuff, like you don't have to play crazy stuff to get a really good attack going. Like look, you guys, if you're here, you've probably seen me play chess, and it's always this kind of stuff where it's really positional, slow maneuvering. But the thing about that is, you know, where do you attack me here? Let's say I give you 2 moves in a row. What would they be? Well, from here, obviously, you know. But like if you go back a couple, where do you see a weakness that you could start exploiting in my position? There is none. I've not created any. So when you play like that and your opponent makes a mistake, there's no counterplay. And you beat them to death. And if you're playing like the Ruy Lopez, which is my favorite, if you play it, you go all the way back here to here, I've not done anything fancy. I've not done anything at all here spectacular. But my position is crushing. Look how active and beautiful these pieces are. Oh, I've missed every freaking piece I've tried to click on. Anyway, I thought that was just a really cool game. 2 brilliant moves. Found that really clean checkmate. And we played with, was it like 95%, 94%? Yeah, 93.8% with 2 brilliant moves. All right, that was a beauty. That was a beaut. All right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves a 15-10. We'll hop here into the speed run. Without further ado. Oh, we've got our first 1,000 rated player. Nice. All right. And all right, let's go ahead. Look, I've been playing D4, D5, and I've been liking it. But we're gonna go with the King's Indian. We're at a level now where the basics should be kind of understood. You know, controlling the center, that kind of thing. So let's just go ahead and play principled. Or I'm sorry, let's play the King's Indian. This is solid. This is a solid move supporting that pawn. But I think we're going to kind of play this Benoni style here. And probably play that. Now, if he plays here, yeah, I think then maybe you can do that. But in the meantime, we're going to get castled here. Just develop our pieces and see how things go. This bishop sucks, and perhaps he wants to long castle it. And if he does, if he plays here, then I could move this with a discovery. Now, I like this, actually, now. because that lets me play this. Yeah, that don't matter. So this move here, it's not great. But now notice what just happened when he played that move. He opened up the center for this monster of a bishop. So I think, going to play this. Go ahead and play that. That develops a piece. Can't be bad. Now he's got to be careful here. Like, say this moves, then this is on. So you got to, you ideally against these bishops, you like to keep the center. I think that's just a queen. I don't know what that was. All right. So we're off to a little bit of a rough start. I want to play this because I want to try to open this up. I'm not worried about this guy. These aren't under attack. Now, you could make the argument maybe if you take recapture, bishop comes down, you're pressuring f7. That's a fair point. But I think you could play there and just blunt that. But what we want to do now is we want to open the board. We're up a queen. It's time to open the board. I don't want to be hasty with any kind of pawn moves over here. All right, so now this is an instructive point. Should I take here or here, right? You want to take like this. Now, look, is this the top engine move? Who knows? But that comes with, he took my pawn, and I get to recapture with development. So that's good. That's good. We're not worried about that. In fact, if you want that, you're more than welcome to have that. That's not even in a pin. So, what do we do now? Well, if I play this, there's a potential X-ray here. I could play this and get into the center of the board. If he played that, kind of seems like a waste. But I have an open file. And I don't see a good reason to not pressure it with a rook. I don't see a good reason not to pressure it with a rook. Now, if he were to take here, then that kind of raises the question, do you take with a... that move makes no sense. I kind of like this, but I guess he could do that. And then maybe the queen comes over. I do like opening up that bishop. He's not got anywhere really that he could go with that. And this pressures this guy. If he played that to defend it, I could do that and force him to take. So I do like this. That knight doesn't have anywhere he could go. I'm going to play that. That hits that and that. So, you know, I mean, that's probably how I would play this. But then you're going to start getting some pressure here. Maybe the knight then comes in. We'll see. We'll see how it goes from here. This isn't a move because I would take the bishop. So you have to do something about this. Yeah. And now he's collapsing. So that is a threat here. But what if I just take the bishop? What if we just take the bishop? Now I'm hitting that. I'm hitting that. If you play here, take, he comes over. Yeah, see, now that's the thing about taking these pawns, these B pawns like this. You got to be conscious. That just hangs another piece, buddy. Yeah, we're collapsing a little bit now. This was a nice game. You know, I thought that he was doing pretty good in the opening there, but he's having some trouble now. Oof, now you got, yeah. Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, this, you know. All right, I'm going to play this and add more pressure here. Now, if he played this, actually, this is probably the move. But if he does that, I think you could just start... Well, hold on here. So this is a check. Defended by this and this. I think that that is forced. And then you've got another check with this guy. Yeah. And then you've got a checkmate. He comes over, and then it's mate. But this guy did play well in the beginning. And he run into a little bit of trouble after a few moves there and blundered some pieces. So this, straight away, this is passive. If you're playing white, you should really be, you know, look, you start the game with an advantage. It's your move. You get to decide what we're playing. You want to play a King's Pawn game? We'll play a King's Pawn game. If you want to play the English, if you want to play some weird A4 business, whatever you want to play, we're going to play. So you decide the game. You shouldn't play so passively when it's the ball's in your court. So, I mean, it's not losing, right? I mean, it's dead even, but you've lost your advantage. So you want to grab the center. I play the King's Indian, and we just castle. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not trying to sacrifice it. You know, just get castled. Get castled. You know, I know that this is a solid structure, but I want to get castled, get out of the center of the board, and kind of see how the game develops. Now, this move, lashing out here against my fianchetto structure, this isn't a bad idea. But, you know, okay, we're just going to go ahead and continue to play. And I get the pin in place, and he blunders his queen. And from that point, really, you know, it's just all bad. You know, here I'm trying to get my knight involved. Rook on the open file. Queen in, yeah. You lost the bishop, lost the knight, gave me the monster bishop. Oh, there was a checkmate. I missed it. And then here, and that's the ball game. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, for a 1,000 rated player, you would expect a little more than that. But, you know, I mean, we are 957, and we've beaten our first 1,000 rated player. So, I mean, you know, whatever. Anyway, I hope y'all like that. Sorry it's been so long since I've been gone. We'll be making videos again. You know, hopefully more frequently than we have been. So like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I look forward to hearing from some of you guys again. It's been a while, been a couple weeks. I haven't spoken to anybody. You know, no comments, no conversations in the comments. So look forward to hearing from some of you guys. Have a good night. Get out of here. See y'all on the next one.